Coach, before we got into Spencer, because the last time that we spoke on camera was obviously for when Spencer became an Olympian. U20s happened, U23 nationals happened, and you had some guys do very, very well there. Talk a little bit about that, and especially like Ben Keeter kind of really coming out on the forefront.
Ben Keeter and Patrick Kennedy, yeah, and then Welker just won a wrestle off today. Kylie Welker, she's a Hawk, so a lot of Hawks there. We want to do damage. So we love it. It's got to keep getting better every day.
And, for the guys that, didn't win the championship like Gabe Arnold, what did you see out of him and his performance that he can improve on and do a little bit better?
You keep a lot of things private, but I think Gabe Arnold would say that he probably needs to pay attention to the other things that balance you out. There's a lot going on when you're a college athlete. And academics and the social aspects, things like that. You can't let those things slip where they bite you. And so when that happens, you spend time playing catch up. So Gabe Arnold, there's nobody better when he's disciplined. And he let some things slip, and we had to put a lot of effort into some of those things and make sure that we had that shored up. And once the middle of May rolled around, then he trained full time, and we ironed some things out, and he was 55% capacity, say.
Talk about Ben Keeter. When did you really find out that he was officially going to be training wrestling for the next 10 to even 12 months?
Keeter's situation has been ongoing conversations. He's an easy guy to kind of pinpoint, like what he's thinking. He's not one that you're sitting there trying to guess. He's pretty vocal and he's pretty clear about what he wants. And it works out. And the communication's been there with football. It's not like, we're competing against each other. I think at the very beginning, I think the public probably, just because there's a lot of fanfare behind it, I think the public tried to steer it the way they wanted to with their drama minds. And, really it was never about, him being the best at both. It wasn't even about can he do both. It was about, what does Ben Keeter want to do? And Ben Keeter, whatever you want to do, go do it. And if you're going to do both, then you got to do both at the highest level. And, those decisions will change sometimes, and that's what happened. He's not done with football. He's not done with football. So what am I trying to say there? That was a lot of words and a little bit of vague, but the bottom line is the timing right now for what's going on over at football, for Ben Keeter specifically, it makes a lot of sense for him to be in this environment for the next 10 months. And he's not, like I said, he's not, dismissing his commitment to football. It's just where they're at, where he's at, the depth charts, where he's at with the sport of wrestling. He's on a world team. Got a chance to win a second U20 World Championship. A lot of good things going on for him.
And, speaking of him, has he ever really devoted to like one sport in like a 10 to 12 month span? I mean, obviously in high school, he was a 3-sport athlete, and, obviously up here, 2-sport athlete. So like, what do you see his potential as just focusing on one sport? Can he really skyrocket?
We love his potential. And again, it goes back to very simple. Let's not make this about 2 sports or 1 sport. It's about whatever Ben Keeter chooses to do. And his family is behind him. They're rock solid. This program's behind him. That football program is behind him. I've said it many, many times about our relationship with Kirk Ferentz and his staff, and there's nobody better than the Ferentzes. And we love that relationship. So this is about what's best for Ben Keeter and the discussions that went into that, and really what he wants to do. And you said I'm going to maybe correct you a little bit in a funny way. You said a 3-sport athlete, but actually he was a 4-sport athlete. He was baseball, he was football, he was wrestling, and he was a doggone 400-meter sensation in track. So really, he was a 4-sport athlete. So I'm just being funny there.
No, all good. I mean, I love the information that you provide, and obviously, let's talk about Spencer. How's his training going? How is he looking? Around 40 days until the Olympics. How's he looking out there?
Yeah, I like that. There's 40 days or so. He's as advertised. I mean, he's Spencer Lee, and he's focused, doing the things that you need to do. And this is where all you're doing right now is wrestling, and it's around the Olympic Games. I mean, his recovery is about it, his free time's about it, his downtime's about it, his nutrition's about it, his rest is about it, his recovery's about it. Spencer Lee is best when he's a fanatic, and he's a fanatic in a very balanced way. Don't go twisting my words on me, you internet hounds. We're robots and we're single-minded, but he's a fanatic in a very balanced way.